Jupiter's Call is also a song obviously very inspired by the stars and astrology. And um, I remember I wrote it, I was alone, my wife was in Nepal, and I was just thinking about this whole journey. And um, one of my things in my Saturn return and the study of the stars and everything was learning to kind of like loosen up and have some fun, and not be so hard on myself, and learn to like give my body rest and not push so hard against things and not try to rush everything, so much. So, I've been riding around Saturn's rings, learning how each one sings, and finding my own heart. I've been learning to slow down, putting roots in the ground. It's all there. And I remember sitting on the couch, and it was just this beautiful day, and the sun was coming through the window, and that's just what I sang about, sun coming through the window. She's coming home tomorrow. My wife was flying in the next day, and I was just thinking, like, all this struggle, everything we've gone through, and all my lows and this period of darkness, everything is just right on time. It's always right on time. We may try to control it, we may think that we know what's going on, but everything is just perfectly on time. And it was, Jupiter's Call was really like me, like just giving thanks for that journey, giving thanks for this journey, giving thanks for every little detail just being perfectly on time. It's one of the more stripped down songs of the album, because I felt like that was like a very simple idea. Like, I felt very simple in that moment. I felt very simple just playing this song. Sun coming through the window, my wife's coming home, and it's a choice. It's a choice for me to give up this sorrow. I can live there, or I don't have to. Every moment is the opportunity for me to meet with whatever I want to meet it with. Ram Dass says every moment is grist for the mill. Every experience. So I wanted to record it very simply to kind of reflect the simplicity of that moment, the simplicity, I guess, of that like realization, I guess.
My mind, man.
The Weaver is a song inspired by the Baals of Bengal, and the Baals are a huge influence on my life. They're like a sect, I guess, if you could say, of like these like wandering minstrels, in Bengal, in eastern India. And the word Baal comes from a Sanskrit word, Batula, which means afflicted with the spirit of the wind. It also means mad. Not mad like I'm mad at you, but mad like I'm mad for the spirit, right? They say, this world is a madhouse. Everybody's mad for something, right? Some are mad for sex, some are mad for power, some are mad for money, some are mad for fame. But who is mad for the spirit? This is the question that they ask. And they call themselves the madmen, I've been very lucky to have had a lot of association with the Baals in my travels to India, and I became kind of adopted by one Baal named Haridan Das Baal, who has since become like my father. He's like my dad, his wife is like my Indian mother, and I've spent, years with him, but in 2013, I went to India and I stayed for about a month and a half with him and his family, and I rode my bike to his house through the village every day and just sat with him and learned Baal songs and learned Baal philosophy, and just some of the greatest moments of my life, But that song, The Weaver, the Baals don't believe in any really like images or anything, or like temples or stuff like this. They believe in the human and they believe that the human is like the greatest temple, and they believe in what they call the Moner Manush, which means the person of the heart, and that person of the heart is in everybody. It's the supreme person that's seated within. And so if you serve another human being, that's the highest service you can do, because you're really serving the one, within everybody. Um, and it's a completely oral tradition. They don't have anything written down. It's all passed down from guru to disciple, teacher to student, and it's all passed down in song, right? Song and sound are very, very sacred to them. So no wonder I like them so much, But all their songs are very mystical and very, just very powerful. When you hear a baul sing, it's just different, you know. So the Weaver is really an ode to the bauls and an ode to that spirit of madness, right? Kind of asking, like, I'm calling to that spirit of madness to take me over, right? I don't want to be mad for anything else except for that supreme one, in the heart. So it's like a heavy prayer. It's a heavy prayer for sure. The song Free, we're kind of approaching the end, I guess, of the journey, I guess you can say. And Free is a song that we kind of put at the end of the album because I wanted it to be a celebration, and it's a really dear song to me. It was about the specific incident. It's kind of funny. We were going to play this festival in Squamish called the Blessed Coast Festival, and our flight got delayed for some reason, like very late, like 7 hours late or something. We were supposed to arrive into Vancouver, like, I don't know, in the evening, but we arrived into Vancouver like 3 a.m. or something like this. And the festival sent us a limo to pick us up, this stretch limo, and I was thinking, what kind of hippie festival is this, They're sending this big limo to come get us, but they sent it to us because they wanted us to be able to lie down and sleep, on our journey, because they felt bad that our flight was delayed. They were very sweet, they sent us this big stretch limo. So we all got in this limo, and it was like, I forget, it was a couple hours, I think, to Squamish from Vancouver. And we're driving, and it's all pitch black out, it's dark. And I couldn't sleep, so I was just kind of sitting up, and slowly the sun started to rise and the light came through, and I had no idea where we are, but we were on this windy road. I was like, what's going on? And as the light, started to come, we were driving this incredible highway to Squamish that overlooked the mountains, the bay, the sun was just shooting right in. It was so magnificent. And then I was alone. All the guys were asleep. I was just looking at this, and the line came to me. We were late just to arrive. Like, we were late to arrive in this moment. And there's no need to explain it. Just everything is on time, like we were talking about in Jupiter's Call. Everything is perfectly on time. And it was just such an amazing moment to be able to see this expansion, I guess, of Mother Earth, like just in her glory. It was just so magical. But anyway, we get to this festival, and the song is really about, we played the show, and that night our friend, our uncle Chris Berry was there with his family, and he said, come over to my camper that everybody's camping out, let's just hang out. And we get there, and we just started playing. Our drummer Doug was playing his cajon, and Chris was playing the djembe and the mbira, and people were joining in. We were playing guitar as his daughters were dancing and singing, and it was just this amazing confluence of so many people and spirit and music and life, and I just felt so free in that moment. I was just like, man, this is just like, oh, I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful for the power of music. I'm so grateful just to be a carrier of song, you know. And the song, I really just described the whole night. You know, I met with Uncle, he played his drum, and all of his daughters, we sang as one. We were laughing under night sky, you know. And it reminded me of the light of my soul. You know, I think that's the gift of music. It reminds us of something else within us, and that's what that song is about. It's about the community, it's about the family, it's about the tribe, it's about the heart, the power of sound, and it was just such a beautiful, beautiful moment. So I wrote the song the next night in Vancouver, and the next time I saw Chris and his daughters was at Beloved Festival in Oregon, and I pulled them all aside and said, "Hey, I wrote a song about that night, and I got to play it for them and everybody in Oregon, and that was a really special moment." And I was very lucky to have them come to the studio in LA and sing on the song to just kind of bring it full circle. Yeah, good one. I have everything I need. The last track, Everything I Need, it's kind of like the conclusion, to the journey. Realizing that it's hard to speak to. As a person, for me, I was kind of stating earlier about me always trying to figure things out, me always trying to find the magic pill, as we say, and I need to read this book because it'll have the answer, and it'll solve all my problems, or I have to go to this place, and experience this place because it's gonna give me the medicine, or I gotta find this teacher because whatever it is, and that's always kind of been my, I guess, mentality, I don't know, I've always been a searcher, and my arrows have always been pointed out. And this song was really about, and the end of the journey was really understanding that I have to turn my arrows within, because really all the answers are inside. And all my greatest teachers, they've been telling me that all along. I just didn't see it. And a great saint of India, Sri Ramakrishna, says that, that the mother or the teacher, has all the utensils and cooks the food, but you're the one that has to eat it. You're the one that has to actually take it, and put it in your mouth, or they can only show you the way, but you have to walk it, But I was placing so much of my energy into external things to give me the answer, when really all the signs were pointing inward the whole time. It's just so ironic. But yeah, that's the song. I think the conclusion to the journey is, hey, I have everything I need, from the mountains to the sea. Everything is within me. I have everything I need. Really, all we need is inside of us. And the best teachers will tell you that. And it's just this kind of mantra. I remember when we were making the song, Sean was like, I just want you to keep saying that over and over, and I want it to be like a mantra, And that's what it is. I have everything I need, because it's something that we constantly need to be reminded of, you know, that really all we need is within. You know, all the answers are within our own hearts. You know, we just have to take and look, you know, flip it around. So that's the end of the project, and it's cool how it comes back to, at the very end, I repeat, the fruitful darkness is all around us, you know. The fruitful darkness is all around us. That magic is always around us. It's, you know, it's always there. And it's a constant journey, it's a constant lesson, and the journey is, you know, more sacred than the destination, you know. And it's a thing that I have to keep reminding myself as we move forward. So that's it. That's the project, and what a crazy journey it's been. But it's been so beautiful and so sacred and so amazing and hard, and I'm just so grateful to have it come through, and grateful to you, all the villagers, for really helping me bring it to light. Really, it's yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So, Jai Ma Kali, Hari Om Tat Sat. Everything is full in all directions. Lots of love. Jai Ma.